Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the cron tabs. Now, look, if I go ahead and type cron tab dash u random guy dash e, random guys, nice, random guy. Excellent. So now, as I said, we can specify minutes and hours and whatever we want. So let's go into the insert mode. We can say on the 12th hour, I want you to do something. Let's say 30th minute, 12th hour, day of the month. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Do it on 12th. Do it on the 12th hour on every day of the month. But you can also say, okay, just do it on the first day of the month, and then you can say, I don't know, do it every month, and the day of the week you can specify it, but let's say, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. We can leave it as it is. Let's not speculate. Anyway, and now this script will have a completely different repeatance interval aside from the dots. However, we cannot wait for this one to happen as it is too long, but I hope you get the idea. Aside from this, there is something far similar that you can use, far simpler that you can use actually. That would be simply this. Look, I'm going to go ahead and delete all these timers here and go ahead and forget about them for the time being. For the duration of this particular tutorial, don't forget about them completely. I can type in this at reboot, and every time the machine reboots, this will run at monthly. Pray that I spelled that. I'm praying that I spelled that correctly. At monthly, meaning that this script will run once a month, especially useful for backups. If you have tar commands that we've learned previously, and if you just put them instead where it says home random guy scripts first.sh, you will have a monthly backup, which is very useful. I mean, you don't need to bother with all these things. You can also type in hourly and some others as well, but you get the idea of how this actually gets to work. I mean, you don't even need to specify those timers there. I mean, there is one more daily that we can use here, which is also quite in handy. So you got hourly, daily, monthly, yearly, and instead of actually typing in all these values and numbers, you can just type in these things with @ signs, and that works like a charm. And it's quite easy to understand, much easier than the numbers. I mean, don't you think? Okay then, let's leave this file for the time being. Let us abandon it completely. Okay, I want you to quit, and I don't want you to write anything. Don't care. Clear the screen. Now, these are user-specific cron jobs. There is also something that is called a system cron job, which you can find its configuration file you can find in Etsy. And there we're gonna see more than just a configuration file. So let's go vim Etsy cron. What do we got? Cron tab. Now we are in the cron tab, and we can take a look at what is in here. Now, if we modify a cron tab here, this is typically for root only. It's going to be a system-wide. And here we have pretty much the same things, which I have explained previously. You have minutes, you have hours, you have days of the month, day of the week, etc. And everything is explained. And even this very nice detail here, give me insert, it says that Sunday is equal to 0 or 7. So it's not only from 0 to 6, but you can also use a 7, although you see it says or. So it's either a 0 or a 7, but the 0 to 6 is a valid range. As you see, it says here that the range is from 0s to 6 indeed. Or you can even type in the days. You can type in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with these shortcuts. Day of the month, but you can also type in the days of the months in this fashion, which can be quite useful. I assure you, it's much easier than the numbers. It's something that is far closer to us as human beings, to an extent, that is. Anyway, if I was to give exactly the same command as I have given it, as if I was to apply exactly the same syntax, exactly the same lines as I have applied them to the cron jobs of user random guy, I would get the same effect. I mean, but it would be a system-wide thing. Another thing that I would like to show you is, oops, oh no, I don't need the dot. Now I need to quit. Is that we have these things. Just let me find them. No, hold on. Let's see. And then I'm gonna do ls grep cron. You have cron deny, cron daily, cron hourly, cron monthly, cron weekly. You have the cron tab for the system-wide cron jobs for daily occurrences, hourly, monthly occurrences, weekly occurrences, and so on. And we also have deny. There should be one more file here which you can create. It's cron.allow. But here we have cron.deny. And if we just type this in, I don't think anything's going to be in here. I don't remember putting anything in. Cron.deny. Excellent, so it's empty. If I typed in random, so if I typed in random guy, this particular user would not be able to run any cron jobs of whatsoever. So you can allow or deny cron jobs to users. You just need another file called cron.allow, just like this one is cron.deny, and you simply list usernames, one username per line, to either allow or deny cron jobs for that particular user. So let's go ahead and quit, and yep, we can actually as well clear the screen without any bigger difficulties. Now, that would be it as far as the cron jobs are concerned and cron in general. One more thing to mention is that cron is a daemon, so it does run in the background. You can restart it with the service command just in case you're uncertain whether something's going to work or not, but it should work without the restart as well. It does work. There was probably something else wrong with that command that I was issuing it. But in any case, what you need to know is that the cron job that runs in the background, here let me actually show it to you, ps aux grep cron. So we got two of them. One is grep, which we are not interested in. We are interested in the first one that I have selected here. You can see that it is running, it is running indeed. It checks for these things every minute. 1 minute is the minimum interval refresh rate. I have pulled out that term. I've scrapped it out of my head. Don't hold my word to it, but to the term itself. But this is absolutely correct. Every 30 minutes, it conducts a check. So every minute it conducts a check. 1 minute is that time frame where it conducts a check. Anyway, as I was saying, this was it as far as the cron jobs are concerned. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into user management. That's quite interesting, as it does directly allow you to see the usefulness of those particular commands. Of course, all the commands that I've taught you thus far and all the things that I've taught you thus far, they will be of use to you as a system administrator. Most of them are a must-have skill, but user management is, if you do not know how to manage users, and by that I mean create, delete, assign groups, permissions, etc. for users, well, you won't be able to do most of the things that an administrator would do on the server. It is an absolute must-have that you need to know. Anyway, that awaits us in the next chapter. For the time being, we are done with cron jobs, and we will eventually go into regular expressions as well, where you will see bash scripting and so on and so forth. Until then, I bid you all farewell, and I wish you a ton load of luck.